So coming into the ring now, it's going to be Helaman Olguin. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. The man, the myth, the legend. 9-4-1 heavyweight.
And to quote Bob Trieger, who is here tonight signing copies of his book, he is upset-minded. Guys, he is not here for the payday.
No.
He is absolutely convinced he can win this fight. He has had a great camp. He has a great team behind him. His Superman, famous West Coast trainer, and it looks like Joe Hoss-Janik will be doing cuts. That's a hell of a corner, guys.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, you got Hoss in there.
Corner.
He's been training with former U.S. Olympian Richard Torres to get ready for this fight.
Great sparring, high-level sparring.
High-level sparring. Don't judge a book by its cover, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Helaman Olguin, 9-4-1.
Absolutely.
And now entering the ring, ladies and gentlemen, the world-rated number 9 by the WBC, number 12 by the IBF, and number 3 by the WBO.
Crazy.
All the way from Sweden. Well, New York.
Currently New York.
Currently New York.
Yeah.
But a world-class heavyweight. Here he comes. The big guy. Here he comes. Otto Wallin. And in his corner, time for the New England connection, the great Joey Gamache.
Joey Gamache, Maine's only world champion.
The greatest fighter ever to come out of Maine.
And a wonderful gentleman as well.
Hell of a guy. And, man, Otto Wallin, listen, this is a high-risk fight for him.
High risk.
He has to get through this clean.
And you have to give him credit for staying busy. Right now, the heavyweight division is sitting around waiting for people to make decisions, waiting for paydays. Where's my opportunity? They're not staying busy enough. And Otto Wallin is doing what no other top 10 ranked fighter right now is doing in the month of January. Taking a fight.
Getting of course. Getting the rust off, making sure when his name is being thrown around for Dillian White is rumored to be fighting him maybe later in the spring. We'll see. But, being fresh and active for a fight like that, that's who you want to be.
I also want to note.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event of the evening. 8 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Your referee for this contest, Johnny Callis. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner to my left. He comes to us wearing solid black trunks. His record impressive. 9 wins, 4 defeats, 1 draw, and 4 big wins by way of knockout. He comes to us all the way from Salt Lake City, Utah. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm Castleton welcome for Helaman Olguin. And his opponent, standing directly across the ring, sporting black trunks with blue and gold trim. His record impressive, 24 wins, 1 defeat, 14 big wins by way of knockout. He's a former heavyweight title challenger, currently rated number 12 in the world by the WBC, number 9 in the world by the IBF, and number 3 in the world by the WBO. From New York City, by way of Sweden, ladies and gentlemen, Otto Wallin. 8 rounds, heavyweights.
Here you go.
Great,
you
guys.
Made a very interesting point. This is a risky fight for Otto.
It is.
Absolutely risky. To be so close to a major payday, potentially a world championship shot, to take any fight, and that's why we're not seeing the heavyweight division active right now, because they're all waiting for the chess game to be played of what the title is due. So Otto is bucking that trend and taking a fight.
By the way, guys, this fight does have betting odds on it, if you can believe it. No free clout, so we're not going to give a specific sports book, but something that rhymes with Raff Rings gives this fight minus 500 or minus 5,000 for Otto Wallin, plus 1,400 for Helaman Olguin.
Not taking any prop bets on Rash Rings, but nonetheless, you can win-lose on this fight here tonight. Guys, I'm really excited to see a heavyweight at this level.
Yes.
Here at the Castleton.
Here we
really
go.
exciting.
8 rounds. Both guys ready. Johnny Callis getting the action going. Here we go. First round.
Otto heading right in.
To the middle of the ring.
What you're going to see from Otto, guys, I don't think he's the biggest puncher in the heavyweight division, but he wears you down. He's a guy that throws a lot. You're going to see more punches than the average in the heavyweight division from Otto, and he's going to throw lots of jabs. He's really great at placing his shots, and he wears you out.
Yeah.
And Helaman's going to need that stamina to get him through this fight.
Yeah, Helaman, but game right there with that right hook.
He's leading. He's trying to throw some 1-2s.
Otto has very tremendous timing, and when you beat a fighter like Dominic Brazil, you do not do that because you can't time a tall guy.
Exactly. Yeah, I think when you see Otto, he's a very careful fighter. You don't really see him typically kind of storm out there.
Very reserved.
Nice jab.
Obviously, one would think body shots when you're in there with a gentleman with a physique like that.
Looks can be deceiving.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
He can fight. Beautiful
That was
little.
a beautiful body
Yeah,
shot. Right
that's
there,
exactly
though,
what we're
by
talking
Otto.
about. Oh, doubling
again.
up on the body.
That's
Two
where he
hooks.
needs to go right now.
Yeah.
Helaman, for better or worse, does have a bit of a soft midsection.
Yeah. As tough as he may be, and he is known to
Yeah.
do rounds. I'm sorry, when you have that type of weight on you, extra weight, it's
Yeah,
draining.
It's going to
Yeah.
be exactly.
Over the course of 8 rounds.
100%. In this building, a little warm right now, so I'd imagine probably not the most comfortable in there.
2 gentlemen above us. Hopefully we have no Bernard Hopkins, Joe Smith incidents. Or
I-
the 3 of us will be on our way to the hospital.
Really don't want a 6'6" man falling into my lap.
Not how I want to go viral.
No thanks.
Good body
Beautiful
work.
body work from Otto.
Guy
Yeah.
from Hot Tub Time Machine crushed by large heavyweight. No, I'm good with that. But yeah, I'm liking what I see from Otto. Like I said, I don't think we expected a blazing start from either guy.
Another
but
body
we're-
shot.
But we're seeing really smart placement from Otto.
Yeah, getting those rounds in. I spoke to Otto yesterday at the weigh-in. Beyond being just an absolute gentleman, friendly, jovial, talking, hanging out with everybody.
Oh, Helaman, though.
Yeah,
Helaman.
but beautiful defense from Otto. You know.
Yeah.
He took the majority of those punches.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice
then
body shot
body
there.
I asked him, what he was looking for this fight. Is he here for rounds? Are you looking to get the quick stoppage just to not? And he was very blunt. He said, I'm not underestimating him. I will see what happens, but I am looking for a stoppage. So he's like, rounds are nice, but he said, I also don't want to risk anything with a lot of the things that I have on the table. And that's a very blunt assessment. Looks like he got his Helaman's attention with that shot. Great pressure. I just don't think that's where
I
Helaman
think
wants
he's
to
come
be.
out responsible, but now he's, those body shots have been added.
Yeah.
Oh, nice hook there from Helaman, though.
Yeah.
But Helaman's there to fight.
And that's the type of haymaker you don't want to get caught with.
No, you don't.
I mean,
And that's going to wrap up
very
the
fun first
the
round.
first of 8 rounds.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, by the way, before I forget, I just want to say we want to thank our production crew who's making it all
Always.
happen
Definitely.
tonight. These guys work hard. They make the fighters look great. They make us look good. It's always a pleasure to work with this team. I want to thank the guys in the cameras first, Chris Resnick, Mike the Postman Simmons, always here at the Castleton. Production coordinator Shannon, the better half of Mike the Postman Simmons, Shannon Simmons as well.
Much better half.
Director, producer, sometimes has to fill in commentary when he doesn't want to. Mad Dog, Matt Nelson as well. So thank you guys so much.
Hey, interesting thing to note if you look at the corners. A little trick that I've heard that often heavyweights do. Take a look at the stools. Helaman is using the stool that was provided by all the fighters. Take a look over to Otto Wallin's
It's a
stool.
much higher
Otto,
stool.
the big stool for Otto. the
Otto's on a
customized.
stand-up comedy
I
stool.
love it.
Now, you would say what that's about. Well, number one is to keep his legs up because he's tall, but it's also to have an image of the other fighter when he sits down and looks across the ring and sees a monster of a man. It is for his legs to be elevated.
He is a big guy.
But there's a visual of
Little
his head being over the...
gamemanship.
yeah.
A big man does need a big stool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in round 2 of 8. Heavyweights.
The famous Confucius quote. Otto just poised. Really nice jab. Great hand placement. That's a guy, he keeps his hands up.
I love his jab.
Yeah.
I think he's got one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division right now.
Good body.
Doubling up to the body. He's not a power puncher. I think
No.
some of the fans in attendance, when they heard a heavyweight of this stature was coming, they thought they were going to see themselves a brutal first-round knockout.
Yeah, this guy is
And that's
not
Otto's
he's
style.
not really a KO guy, like a highlight reel
Nice
KO
body
guy.
shot from Helaman.
But this is where Helaman sometimes says, hey, I'm here to, this is how he hangs in.
And in many ways, where he could be effective is using his weight to his benefit by leaning on Wall. Oh, coming in with a nice
absolutely.
combination. Right now, he should be putting all that pressure whatsoever. Give that ref a hard night. Let that ref constantly be breaking up big
Put
men.
all that weight on Otto.
Wait. It's a detriment, but it can be a plus. And oddly enough, who does that best in the heavyweight division? Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
The man who fought Otto Wallin in a bruising 12-round war.
Lone defeat, right?
Lone defeat. And you can't even say he was game in that fight. You could say at points that he was close to winning that fight.
Right.
I mean, we are seeing a high-level heavyweight professional fighter in action. The highest level, really.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But Helaman is come. Oh!
Good little check hook.
Helaman is here to fight.
Helaman's got little sneaky shots. Just he's letting him know he's still around. We're halfway through round 2, by the way, so we got a little more time to work with here.
Helaman's the guy you want in the bar with you that's like, hey, what's up with that guy? And when the fight goes down, 5 men are on the way to the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, who is this 270-pound heavyweight with blazing with really nice hands?
Hey, what's your problem, Chubby?
I'll tell you though.
Right on top of us here.
Nice one too there from Wallin.
And then there's Helaman's game.
Helaman wants to. Yeah, Helaman. Even when he gets hit, he's like, I got to figure out.
They
something.
are over us, and those are large men.
Yeah, I get a little weary when they're coming over my way.
There's actually a minor dip in the ceiling for what's normally a curtain divider here at the Castleton, and at one point Otto Wallin stood on his tippy toes and was close to touching. Great to see the big guys. Always just, when a fight can end instantly with that type of power, it's just such excitement.
The excitement comes with it, of course. Nice shot there from Helaman, I tell you.
Yeah.
in.
That's a second check hook that he landed, kind of catching Otto on the way in.
And then Otto rewards him by hitting him to the head and body. Yeah. So it's it's a tough give and take.
Great rounds for Otto, though, huh? This is the type of stuff that keeps you sharp.
That's not going anywhere. And it doesn't. I think people really, were, oh man, why is he fighting this guy? Well, like, you know what? Helaman Olguin clearly can go rounds.
Yeah. He's interesting.
And win rounds.
And if he got himself in even better shape, I think he could go even further.
I believe that there were actually some commissions that were looking at this particular matchup. Grade, no commissions named. That had some issues with it.
Some people who think they know a lot about boxing.
But luckily, the fine commissioners here up in New Hampshire, Kim McBride, Art Nolan, they understood what type of fighter Helaman was. Hence, why we're heading into the third round of a relatively competitive fight.
Exactly.
So it's nice to see a quality commission like New Hampshire make the right decision.
Making rational choices,
based off performance.
Exactly. Not based off of emotion and what they think is right.
Manipulation.
Perhaps. We won't name names here, but there was certainly a commission that did not approve this fight, that thought they knew better. Yeah. And as you said, here we are coming into round 3. I don't see Helaman Olguin not having. I don't see him
this is
a
very competitive fight.
He's here.
I mean, Otto is, I believe, obviously up by 2 rounds.
I agree. But he's not put him in a point
and he's
here
had
where
moments.
We're not saying, oh man, Helaman, is he hanging on? No, he's just been a.
And Helaman, they said he was in fantastic shape. He's gotten sparring with Richard Torres, which is obviously high level sparring. You can see he's not tired yet.
No,
he
doesn't
wasn't
breathing
heavy at all in the corner.
Back to the round.
The idea of a 284-pound man not gassed after 2 rounds of professional boxing is stunning.
Some dudes can just go, man.
He's a veteran, and he gets good work.
Yep. That's why I said you never judge a book by its cover.
Helaman's been going to the body a little bit more, I've noticed, too.
Nice little left hook by Otto Wallin.
Trying to take away Wallin's legs.
When you see the very high-level fighters, if you guys take a look briefly at Otto Wallin's feet, heels are virtually always up, always ready to punch, always ready to move. He's got very incredible high-level boxing IQ.
If you look at his legs, they're planted so he can get lots of leverage on his shots. They're always.
But as soon as the shot moves, the heels goes up and he's ready to move.
Exactly. Nice little shot there from Helaman. Helaman going to the Helaman going to the body.
Definitely investing more in the body.
I think that's a good idea. Try and see if you can get Wallin to stop moving around so much.
Several people over the past 2 days mistake Otto for a basketball player. I mean, because he has the build and the height of a ball player.
I would say, especially around New Hampshire, I'm sure he's a guy who walks down the street. You turn your head a little bit. You're like, who's this giant Swedish man walking down my neighborhood? Nice
Just the
hook
number
to the body.
3 ranked heavyweight in the world. No big deal.
NBD. Johnny Callis telling Helaman Olguin, I like your body shots, but keep them up, pal.
It's just nice to see somebody stick to traditional boxing of hands at the chin, raise them slightly when the punch comes in. As we saw in fights earlier tonight, it is certainly not the norm. No. And you can see the best fighter on the card with the highest.
I mean, he's fighting a safety approach, but it's effective for him.
But it's rounds, it's work, it's timing. They're just, you can't say enough. When you're out of the ring, timing is the thing that you usually have trouble with, hence sparring to bring it back. Right. But there's professional timing too, Kyle, as you can attest to. It's a little faster, it's more intense, and especially at the level he's at. Of
course,
We're just about at the 45-second mark here, and I think you can say it's pretty much another comfortable Otto Wallin round using the ring movement, ring the jab. Here it is again.
Sneaky little hook.
Not enough to win rounds, but enough to certainly keep Wallin's respect.
Nice.
Yeah, again, if you were expecting a first-round blowout here, hate to tell you.
Yeah, and that's based off two things. It's not Otto's style, but it's also to the credit of Helaman.
Great work by Otto, even backing up, just putting leather on him.
Fighting on the back foot.
Yep. Being busier.
I tell you, Helaman is don't be fooled by the book, man. This guy can definitely lean on you.
Yeah, right there. Man, he's leaning on him there. Wow.
He's very sturdy. And we're at the end of round number 3.
Yeah. Another quality round of boxing from Otto Wallin.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Joey Gamache in his corner.
Tired.
Obviously, legendary New England fighter,
One of the best.
Maine's only world champion, arguably the king of the Browns boxing card sets, Greg, which you are an expert on. But he appears in every single edition of Browns boxing.
Most of them, yeah. I was telling Chris, I'll admit I collected too many boxing cards during the pandemic, because I guess I clearly regressed back into childhood. But I was amazed at how many cards Joey Gamache has in those sets. By the way, I see Haas there working on the eye, applying the end swell. I think that eye of Olguin puffing up just a little bit.
Let's talk about Helaman's corner really quick. Superman, legendary trainer in the California area. You see him on TV left and right. He's very happy. He believes they can get this fight. And at the weigh-in yesterday, he asked Joseph Halsjanik, who is a friend from Knuckleheads Boxing, also in California, here by myself, looking for a cut man so I can focus completely on Helaman. He's got a good corner. He's getting good instructions there. He is not in there with people that don't belong at that level of the sport, because they've both been in world title fights and have had world title champions.
Well said. Well said.
Well, it's interesting. You have a world titleist in Otto's corner, and then you have 2 world champion trainers in Helaman's corner.
It's nice when you have a cost just happen to be here in New Hampshire.
Yeah, and, because that happens a lot. Yeah. World champion trainers just cruising around.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of excitement in New Hampshire. Actually, Donald Trump will be here tomorrow.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's not a bad joke. It is a bad joke, but it's not a bad joke.
Oh, God.
GOP breakfast. You have tickets, Gray.
Oh, yeah, get out of here. Yeah. All right, so we are, so far, a little bit of holding, a little bit of sloppiness this round. Helaman Olguin, though, cruising along through this fight. At least not really too much trouble.
Cardio-wise,
Yeah, he's got fast hands for a big guy, too.
Yep.
Got a little bit of that Andy Ruiz speed that you don't expect.
And he just is relentless.
Yeah. Little blood coming out of the nose of Helaman.
Yes.
I mean, and after all the jabs that he's eaten, obviously that's understood.
Of that right nostril.
Otto's been so sharp.
Now, normally when you see Otto, he is in 10-round fights or even 12 rounds. It's important to note that this is an 8-round fight tonight. This is only 8 rounds.
Probably going to feel like nothing to him.
Yeah, this is a guy that has gone the 12 rounds on television multiple times before against high-level heavyweights. And Olguin's the one that's the 6th, the 8-round fighter.
Great. Ullman had a big heavyweight upset in the bubble, the top-ranked bubble in Vegas.
He beat Adam Stewart in the top-ranked bubble during the pandemic in a fight where he was certainly not brought in to win.
But anyway.
I think the knock against him was he got knocked out by Jamal Woods, who we know doesn't have a really great record.
In the first round.
In the first round.
It had to be a fluke shot.
In his own backyard. Yes, it was. I saw the video. Jamal Woods landed a bomb.
Yeah.
But a guy that, for a guy that's 25 and 50, I forget the record off the top of my head exactly, but a very underrated heavyweight. Yeah. So I think a lot of people thought based on that, he can't last with Otto Wallin.
Yeah, and if
here we are.
And if Helaman goes the distance here, he opens up a lot of opportunities to be a wild card heavyweight. I mean, heavyweights can make a lot of money in this day and age, especially on the way up.
Yeah. Even at 9-5.
Absolutely. String a few. Go back to Utah. String 2 wins together.
Yeah.
You're getting the call again on a club show in the East Coast. That's how it goes.
The focus of Otto Wallin at all times, his eyes are just laser focused on his opponent. There's nothing sloppy. It's a very good, solid boxing performance.
It's definitely certainly a whole another level of boxing that we've seen tonight.
Nice lead hook moving back, which is you don't see that a lot.
We're seeing a lot of tricks out of him that I'm really impressed. Otto hears that 10-second warning, and he's
it has the feel of a sparring session, but one where there's actually a little bit of fire coming back.
Halfway through this fight, guys, end of 4.
Yep. Fun fight so far.
Absolutely.
Looks good.
I think the audience is a little intrigued as to what they're seeing, for lack of a better word, just in terms of. I think they see these big guys, and we're expecting a knockout.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably not used to seeing a guy boxing
at that size.
Exactly. Moving, using the feet, using the jab.
Yeah, it looks like they are applying an end swell under the left eye of Helaman.
Yes, they
Some
are.
blood coming out of the nose, but
I would say overall he seems pretty loose.
yeah.
Ready to go. And yeah, we're going to be into the second half of this fight.
Yeah.
Take nothing away from Otto Wallin here. He's doing what he needs to do.
No,
I mean,
he honestly he looks fantastic.
does he want to close the show? I'm sure he does at some point.
But with a guy like this, you got to be careful. You just can't,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't
throw
want
caution.
to. I mean, there's literally millions of dollars on the table, right?
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially, if he's able to, and maybe okay. Realistically, it gets to Dillian White probably $500,000.
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah.
that's that's life changing
Of
money.
course.
Yes.
So, do you want to really blow it here in the Castleton in an
And you
rounder?
never know
No.
what happens in that division. Crazy things have been known to happen. The
Right.
Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz fight falls apart. He could completely be in line for either of those fighters.
100%. And then exactly, you fight a Wilder, your asking price certainly goes up.
Yeah.
On pay-per-view too. I mean, geez.
With all that said, man, he's not fighting like a dude that is saving himself for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Otto's stepping forward from the moment the bell
And
rang.
getting these rounds in, it's just invaluable at any level. I'm sure you guys talked about in the Alexis Flores fight to have 4 good hard rounds at that level is helpful for your career. But it is at this level as well.
Yeah.
Especially rounds where you're not taking damage. That's the key thing. He's not in a firefight. He's not swelled up. He's not hurt.
Touched up.
He's just being able to work on his craft.
Yep.
I want to give a shout out, by the way, to Tim Boxeo. Posted a photo of all 3 of us.
Yes.
So
He's
Tim,
the man.
You're the man. I look so hot tub time machine more than usual on that photo, but I'll forgive you. No, but it's God. We appreciate your support.
Yeah,
We appreciate anybody that's watching on Twitter that's just a fight fan in general.
Yeah, if you're new to Boston Boxing and the Otto Wallin fight has brought you here, we invite you to check out all our fights. Wonderful promotion up here in the New England area.
Go look up Boston Boxing Promotions on YouTube. You can get the full archive of fights. I have a feeling we may be returning there, maybe potentially later in the year too, so you never know.
Awesome.
So definitely make sure to check us out.
Otto just cornering him beautiful.
Yeah, this is.
Stalking his opponent.
Right.
It's always got him where he wants to be in the ring, doesn't he?
To pressure a bigger man is not an easy thing to do. He's just a very effective boxer. He's even picking shots at this point.
Honestly, man, it's just awesome to see a
and the
Nice
jab
shot
to
to
that
the body.
close, you know.
How many jabs to the body have we seen tonight, guys?
Yeah.
Like seriously, it's just nice.
and
nice.
another left hook.
Nice
Yeah,
body
left hook.
shot.
Yeah,
No, Olguin did
I
not
think that
enjoy
got his
that.
attention.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
Yeah. That may have been the most effective shot of the entire fight.
Otto's not worried about anything that's coming back at him at this
No,
point.
he's definitely.
But I do think, as he expressed yesterday when we spoke, if he sees a chance for a stoppage, he's taking it.
Well,
and there was
another
big right hook
right
got
now,
his attention.
He hasn't taken a step back in the last 2 minutes.
I told you before this fight, Chris. If he's going to win this fight, he's
another
going to wear
beautiful left hook to the body.
wear him down over time.
Yeah, that absolutely was your prediction. Helaman looks concerned, and now he's leaning back on the ropes.
And I'm concerned a bit. I'm going to stand back here.
If that left hook lands to the body again.
But just like that, he pops in and he sneaks in a little hook. But
he does. He's slipping.
Wallin really, I think he knows that he's got him in a little bit of trouble here. He's starting to really apply the pressure.
We're almost at the end of round 5 here, guys.
Helaman's going to last another.
And there's the bell.
Yeah.
Walking forward at the end.
I think a clear 5-0.
Oh, yeah, clean. Yeah. I'd like to note that if I'm not sure if the viewers can see, but Joey Gamache is literally as tall as Otto Wallin on that stool.
He's so big.
Yeah.
That's Joey Gamache, I'd say an average male height.
Yeah.
And Otto Wallin is so tall.
Kyle Kusick coming with the hard facts
Kyle
off Joey
Kusick
Gamache.
looking at Joey Gamache's
card.
1991 KO card to see if we can
Greatest
find.
set of all time.
You know, it might be on his I got his rookie Browns card. Let's see if it's on there.
Listed height.
Give you some Joey Gamache facts.
You know, another thing,
5'5".
5'5". Yeah.
Another thing that's interesting. So we know officially that Otto is 5'5" on a stool.
A very high stool.
Another thing to talk about too is the opportunity that the trainer has to work with the fighter in a fight that's not high stakes.
Yeah,
well, high
absolutely.
stakes in terms of what could happen, but in a fight that they're working together, they get to work during rounds, they get to have communication and relationship, and it's different in a professional setting versus the gym. And I think Joey's probably enjoying that tonight, that he gets to spend some time as a trainer to work and talk with his fighter.
Yeah.
We're in round 6, guys, of 8.
Every round, Otto's just sorry.
No. Let's go in, Kyle.
It's just like the bell rings and Otto's on his front foot. You know what I'm saying?
Comes right out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tremendous gas tank.
Cuts off the ring really well, too.
Yeah.
Just doesn't make. I don't think Helaman's had a lot of moments of comfort in there.
Yeah.
I've always felt this is a big ring, being in there and watching
Yes.
it, but they make it look small.
Yeah.
I was gonna say compared to the ring at Southpaw.
Otto has a cut, guys. Otto has a cut. Otto was cut.
Wow. Yeah, right under his.
I
left eye.
do not believe that was a. I think it was a punch. I think it was that sneaky little left hook from a minute ago, and Helaman sees it, and he's starting to pick up. We have drama in this fight.
Let's see it.
That is exactly what they did not want to have happen in this fight.
Let's see. Yeah, that cut is flowing on the left.
Just caught him again.
On the brow of the left eye.
Helaman is completely focused on that cut now. You can see his eyes. He's just trying to set any shot to land in there.
Helaman's eyes are locked on that cut right now.
Yeah.
I'd say just from a preliminary view here.
Looks like the left corner.
Not horrific, but it is flowing into the eye. They're going to need to get that stopped.
Yeah. But for a fighter who has so much on the line, a cut is not something you want to have happen here.
That's not good. That's not good news, especially if you're trying to have a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
And you can actually kind of see that Wallin, I think, recognizes that he's cut.
Yeah,
and he's starting
trying to pick it up.
Really pick it up here.
Yeah. I can't quite tell exactly where the cut is because there's blood actually on both sides.
I think it's under his eye.
Under the left eye?
It's not in a good place.
No. But some of that blood is actually on the right side.
Yeah.
But I mean, compared to a Tyson Fury cut.
Yeah.
Right.
You know. But yeah, no, good catch on that, Chris.
Yeah. What weird irony that he would suffer a cut in a fight where he's a huge favorite, just like he administered a cut to another fighter.
We have 1 minute left in this round, and
hopefully the production crew, Mad Dog, can find out exactly where that cut's coming from in between rounds.
We'll hopefully get a nice zoom in. But
it definitely made him put his foot on the gas.
Yeah, there's blood on the bridge
absolutely.
and there's blood on the corner. That's why I'm a little interested in exactly where it is.
Yeah,
Man, did you see Helaman's eyes go wide open when he first noticed that?
He immediately
he zoned
transfixed on trying to land.
He's looking for that lead hook to try and hit.
The problem is that he can't land consistently enough on the cut right now to make it a problem.
Yeah.
But, again, I'm not up close, but I see it, and it doesn't look like it's flowing that hard into the eye, but it's certainly red.
Yeah.
Nice jab there by Wallin. He's doing a good job protecting the cut. But I think right now it's all shots to the eye.
Yeah.
Like that's all Helaman's doing right now. All shots to the eye.
It's definitely raised the stakes of this fight dramatically, though.
So I mean, if you got a cut, I believe he came with a cut man, of course. If you're a third-rated heavyweight in the WBO, I would hope you have a cut man. But his job is going to be, he's got to get to work. He's only got a minute.
Not doing anything.
I'm going to say there is not a cut man. It looks like Joey Gamache, and you're saying Mad Dog saying it's the left corner of the eye.
Yep, the left eye.
Little slow getting to that cut, though. In all honesty, I mean, there should be a cut man absolutely ready to go with adrenaline in hand to check out that cut.
I just see it. I see it now. It's not big. They do have it stopped. It looks like for now.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's bleeding, but it is certainly on the eyelid.
Meanwhile, in Helaman's corner, Superman and Haas are they are
greasing this man down right now.
Yeah.
Superman sending him in.
They are pumped. They have greased him down. They are ready for round 7.
So it'll be really interesting to see if that cut stopped up really quick and it was a small nick, which it completely could be, or if it's going to start flowing again.
But, I mean, Chris, that keeps you out of the ring for a good 45, 60 days, and again.
And with a situation, that's a man that in 60 days could be in the middle of a major opportunity.
Exactly. A contract. Oh, and there's again the chopping overhands.
I think he missed it. It kind of fell on the back of the head, but. Helaman just getting out jabbed. It's just he's not. He tries to occasionally establish it, but he's just looking for those hooks.
It's all about hitting the eye now.
Yeah. Now, nice body shot from
Helaman. But he goes to the body a bit.
Great. And Kyle, do you remember in that Watto Tyson Fury fight? Obviously, the cut was horrific. I mean, it's as bad as it gets in a professional fight. Do you remember Otto Wallin had a moment on the break where he rubbed his glove in the cut and Fury went nuts? It was a cheap shot. Remember that? And Wallin smiled and laughed. It was almost like he was so excited that he had him cut, he just had to give it a little check, you know. Right. I mean, Fury was incensed.
So that was certainly a tense moment. If you're,
and Wallin very well could have had a point deducted for that.
Of course.
Probably should have, honestly. But
That was in the bubble, right?
Oh, no, that was MGM Grand.
Was that MGM Grand? But that was that during pandemic or before?
I think it was post the first Wilder fight. I think it was pre-pandemic.
Okay.
Shortly after Fury got with Top Rank, and he did those 2 fights in the bubble to establish him, where he fought the German fighter and then the Swedish fighter back to back.
Yes, Chris with the timeline and reminding me of the of Fury's non-Wilder bouts.
Boxer at Chris here.
I know. I don't have my laptop working, so my timeline
great
is
without the laptop.
great
He's shaking over here.
He shook.
Yeah.
Nice overhand
that hook landed.
Again.
Didn't affect Otto at all,
No.
but he put it on.
Otto came right back at him.
Otto with a beautiful
Helaman's
jab,
nose bleeding
uppercut.
up again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just getting
that jab
pieced by
is
that.
eating
That's a
him up.
nasty.
Yeah.
That's a nasty jab.
And he's landing it like to the body.
and right there is where Helaman should work. But instead he switched out the wrong way.
Yeah.
And now he finds himself against the ropes.
That's a jab that just you don't want to be hit by that. That's not going to make your day good.
Oh.
Nice overhand. Big shots.
And that cut obviously is not a serious one.
No, it's not.
It's not bleeding at all at this point.
No.
Loading up on the right there. Nice 1, 2, 3 punch
Combinations.
Yeah, you can really see he's getting loose now. Leaving no doubt on the scorecards, obviously.
Yeah.
By the way, the cut not flowing that much this round, but I'll tell you, Helaman, he's always good for those counter shots.
Man,
guys.
is he game, huh? Whew.
That's what probably makes him a legend in the gym and reliable in the ring.
Yeah.
Helaman, I believe, is it the nose? Yeah, the nose bleeding a little bit more now.
Yeah.
He gets over to the corner.
Helaman's tired, but he's still absolutely
there.
game, and he's here.
Lucky they didn't give us an over on this fight.
8. I just got asked what round it was by Superman.
Heading into the 8th and final round.
What a lot of people might not have expected from a.
Absolutely. I think the general consensus.
Those in the know though knew he could get round. You know.
I think people that knew boxing understood what type of opponent Helaman was.
The real ones knew that this was going to be more of a distance fight than an early stoppage.
Yeah, I mean, the people were shocked at the weigh-in photos. But
that's a fool's errand. If this was a prop, if this had prop bet, that's bait.
Yeah.
Okay, as a better, I'm telling you, that's bait.
That's what I said. That over would have been.
It does not seem like Helaman's going anywhere. I think he's going to finish this fight if it stays like it does.
I mean,
now, if Wallin really stepped on the gas,
on him and
but Kyle, he's been stepping on the gas. He's been letting it go.
He stepped on the gas the minute
this is not a
bell rings every round. He's come across.
7th round was definitely a step on the gas. Throw some combos.
This by no means is him, not just coming forward and doing work.
At no point has Otto been getting pushed back.
No.
You know?
Yeah. This has been
fascinating to see a CompuBox because I think we'd be pleasantly surprised with the amount of punches Otto's thrown. I mean, the activity is great.
I'm sure we get some interesting numbers off this.
Just consistently popping that jab and occasionally taking an opportunity to throw a combination. But Helaman, if he wants to try and pull off a tremendous upset, needs to be just coming forward, throwing bombs.
Needs a bomb.
Yeah, it's no time for defense, quite frankly.
No. You shouldn't be. You should be going for broke here,
like
which he kind of is.
Like
I mean, he's targeting the head now.
And what's cool is Otto's been in a fight. He's been caught with some shots tonight, but it hasn't been a hard fight, so to speak.
No. It's exactly what you want from a fight like this. He's showing he's experimenting in there a little bit. Seeing success throwing combos, head and body tonight. Yeah. Seeing a lot of different things.
Never in real danger. Just controlling the fight, getting work in, trying combinations out, spending time with his trainer. It's probably exactly what they wanted out of this fight. I'm sure his manager would have liked to seen it end after a couple rounds for safety purposes.
I'm sure they would have liked to not have a cut.
Any type of cut.
No cut. Yeah, you like to get out of there early. But you know what? Honestly, like right now, unless something crazy happens in the last minute 30.
Yeah.
Right. Otto's look great.
Right. Look at that work rate. I mean, just coming in and throwing 8 punches like that.
This is an 80.
Halfway through the last round.
Yeah.
He's on his way to an 80-72 card, in my opinion. Helaman should be given some props for, again, going the distance with the world rated
and never being hurt at any time.
No.
Never really slowing down too much.
Right.
Helaman's the type of guy that's going to get a lot of upsets of young prospects that aren't ready to take the leap.
He's going to be the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
And if you're that was the loudest
Yeah.
punch of this entire fight was that body shot. I think the normal person would have been falling over.
And
another one right in the
another
same
one was
spot.
coming.
And then
Olguin
an
felt
overhand
that.
left.
And Olguin moving backwards now.
Yeah,
I think trying to get the
I think
energy
that
back
body
in the
shot.
legs. And now Wallin's kind of smells
Wallin,
it. I think
looking-
Wallin might be trying
Maybe trying for the stoppage.
Might be trying to step it up here. We got 30 seconds left.
Can Helaman hang on?
I was going to say, Helaman definitely this is the most exhausted we've seen him. Of course, we're coming to the end of the fight.
The crowd calling on Otto to finish him.
15 seconds left here, guys.
Oh, nice.
You can tell there's a little bit of extra oomph on those punches there. That's what you want to see from a heavyweight, Chris, in the round 7, round 8. Because he's going to be going, he might have to go 10, 12 rounds.
Good fight.
And that wraps it up, guys. 8 rounds done from Otto Wallin. Good work in there tonight.
Yeah, great fight. I'm both.
Sure, the crowd would have liked a stoppage, but, he looked like a professional.
But that is an Otto
That's an
Wallin kind of fight. Yeah. That's how he fights. I mean, that's
it is.
essentially what he did against Dominic Breazeale. That's essentially what he did against Tyson Fury. He stayed busy, he kept the jab pumping, put combinations together. I think he's a great fighter. I love watching a guy like that with such good technique. But he was in there against a man who was trying to win and that was absolutely here for the whole fight.
Yeah.
And what more can you ask, really? It's a fight that was...
He gave an honest effort in there. He earned his paycheck. He'll get more calls, as we see. I mean, if you can go 8 rounds with Otto Wallin, you're going 8 rounds with most heavyweights. Yeah,
100%. 100%. Great to see fighters of that caliber here at the Castleton. Another tremendous night. I believe we will be returning this spring, gentlemen, for the next Boston Boxing Promotions event.
That's what I'm hearing.
And I certainly hope we see some of the great fighters that we saw on tonight's card.
Absolutely.
I'd love to see more Shayna. I'd love to see more James Perkins. And there's always surprises happen, and that's what's great about these fights here at the Castleton Gray. From world-ranked heavyweights to former world champions in the crowd, there's always something exciting. It is a great scene here in New England, and at the heart of that scene, to me, is Boston Boxing Promotions.
Yeah, another great show on tonight. We appreciate you guys tuning in on the pay-per-view. If you are here right now, hope you enjoyed this heavyweight fight.
Boston Boxing President Peter Zimbor, matchmaker President Nick DeSalva, just an incredible team.
And again, the crew, Mike, Chris, Shannon, Matt, thank you. We appreciate it. Everybody over there at Combat Sports Now, providing the pay-per-view, thank you very much.
And always checking to Combat Sports Now every weekend for all sorts of different entertainment.
They got a lot of great content, a lot of local MMA and boxing there, so don't overlook them, for sure. Thank you to the Castleton for always a beautiful venue. It's the reason why people get married here when there aren't fights happening on Friday nights.
There's an actual castle down the block. I'm sure you gentlemen know that, a real castle. And if you look around town here in Windham, New Hampshire, there's castle-oriented architecture everywhere. Open your eyes. Look beyond the first wall.
Okay. Well, if you're ever up here, listen to Chris J. about that.
Search for the castles.
Thanks to New Hampshire Athletic Commission again helping us put on another great event.
The incomparable Art Nolan at the helm.
Yes.
Kim McBride, one of my favorite commissioners in the world.
Johnny Callis, Tom Clark, excellent refereeing tonight.
Oh yeah, Tom Clark did a tremendous job, especially in that Shayna fight.
Oh yeah, you really can't ask for any more. Tonight we had some fun knockouts. Fans got to see some of the local faves win.
Yeah, both fighters very complimentary to each other. Otto, an absolute gentleman, and he's the type of guy you want to have success. He's a guy that could represent the heavyweight division in the right way,
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for 8 rounds of world-class heavyweight boxing here in Windham, New Hampshire tonight. We go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Martha Tremblay scores the fight 79-73. Whereas Judge John Madfitz and Eddie Scunzio see the fight 80-72. For your winner, via unanimous decision, Otto Wallin!